VP Raghavan ji, a doyen in this field, heritage and culture in a creative economy, the Vishwakarma Craftsmanship of Kerala.
At the very outset, I am thankful to you all for having been invited me to present a presentation at the Indica conference. I am Dr. V.P. Raghavan, Tagore National Fellow, offered by Ministry of Culture, Government of India at Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, Regional Center in Bangalore. And my topic of research under Tagore National Fellowship is Traditional Artisans in a Creative Society, the Marvels of Vishwakarma Craftsmanship in India. And this is a part of my ongoing research. And I am so much happy to be here. And respected Nagaraj Paturi sir, respected Shafali Vaidya madam, respected my guru-like friend KP Umapati Acharya, and fellow participants. My topic is the already given, and the heritage and culture in a creative economy, the Vishwakarma Craftsmanship of Kerala. My presentation is confining to only lecture part. I could not give you any pictorial assistance due to some technical problems yesterday night. Therefore, kindly bear with me. Now, first, I am giving an introduction who are the Vishwakarmas. Vishwakarmas are the traditional craftspeople of India. They are really the entrepreneurial class. It embraces the 5 occupational categories of blacksmiths, carpenters, sculptors, coppersmiths, and goldsmiths who manufacture for the development of the economy and society. They are the forebearers of the manufacturing economy, which increases economic growth for the sustaining development by generating wealth and promotes welfare for the people and the nation. They were the knowledge and science people who articulated the material culture for promoting wealth creation in a creative economy. In the distant past, Vishwakarmas were leading a prominently living among the society with the spirit part of their creative skills. Vishwakarma community is often described as a unified groupings of 5 subgroups, namely blacksmiths, carpenters, braziers, shilpis, and goldsmiths. The size of the Vishwakarma population is approximately to the extent of 18 to 19 crores in India, which comes to about 13% of Indian population. Since there have been hardly any census of Vishwakarma population in India, the figure is a rough estimate drawing from many personal discussions. Vishwakarma population with community people time to time, and whose figures are hardly identified. Material culture can be described as any object that humans survive, define social relationship, represent facets of identity, benefit people's state of mind, social or economic standing. Creative economy. What is creative economy? I am giving a smaller definition. Creative economy refers to an economic system where value is on the novel imaginative qualities rather than traditional resources such as land, labor, and capital. Then the traditional craftsmanship of Vishwakarma community is magnificent manifestations of their creative skills which have acquired through hereditary transactions from generations to generations since distant past. Now the progeny. The Vishwakarmas are the descendants of the artistic community of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, where the earliest human civilization flourished with the highlighting developed human settlement fluorescence. The Vishwakarma craftsmanship is an intangible cultural heritage passing from generation to generation since human days. The Harappan artisans were the creative people who were well versed in science and technology, as the artifacts showing the letters and writings excavated in the Harappan regions testify. The traditional artisans in the Indian state of Kerala called Vishwakarmas form a prominent Hindu sect whose socio-economic credentials have not been acknowledged by the political class among the ruling India after independence. Just before K.P. Umapati Acharya has categorically stated that Vishwakarmas were systematically sidelined since 1947 by our political class. Vishwakarmas in India are necessarily the indigenous builders and makers whose engineering marvels and technological expertise par excellence transcends the scientific realm of modern scholarship. The creative skills and scientific knowledge of the Vishwakarmas is pivotal in creating world's earliest of all human civilizations, the Indus-Saraswati civilization, the human settlement of which is uncomparable to modern habitat in contemporary world. Now the culture of creativity. The Vishwakarma community inculcates culture of creativity, which necessarily forms the civilizational foundations of human society. It is the creative people who makes history on the move. Everywhere, the world, the builders and makers infuse creative orientations among manufacturing class. The craftspeople articulate the artistry of enjoyable and comfortable for society as a whole and peoples at large. The Vishwakarmas were not having attached to any caste hierarchy in India and were having a social placement beyond the realm of Varna system. They are not belonging to any caste of Indians socially explosive hierarchical pyramid of the Varna system. The craft people articulate the history. The creative craft people collectively referred to as Vishwakarmas at present. At present form, a unique artisanal collective cutting across caste divisions. Social identity of whom is drawn from their community than from their caste formulation. Vishwakarmas are not termed as caste and are not belonging to any category but to Kula. They are called Kula or clan or community. Majority of the medieval inscriptions revealed Vishwakarmas belong to Vishwakarma Kula or Vishwakarma Kulaja or Kammalar Kula or Kammalar without detailing their caste affiliations. Vishwakarmas are thus a unique class of 5 disparate occupational groupings coming together in a collective identity community that transcended the caste groups to form a larger community of craftspeople. Vishwakarma creative economic system is about the system of market orientation with an exchange proposition where they produce materials for an exchange economy. The Vishwakarma system of production has been developed for well-framed format of market economy. The artisanal Vishwakarmas are subservient to any world caste categorization in Indian social system. The Vishwakarma ideology is the ideology of the creative entrepreneurship, where workers and owners are the same. They are synced with the process of production and distribution. Vishwakarma economy of economy of equality, as the owners and workers are one and the same person. The societal framework of Vishwakarma conclave is social equality and economic inclusiveness. As such, the unique system of Vishwakarma productive economy does away with the economic inequality in the society. The Vishwakarma system presupposes equality among society. It entails the model of inclusive economy orienting towards inculcating material culture. Now, the hereditary craftsmen belong to Mushari community of metal workers in Kerala, produces traditional products such as water container with a nozzle called kindi, the shallow cooking vessel, and the like. Then the traditional craftspersons produce a famous metal mirror called Naramula Kannadi in Naramula in Kerala. Goldsmiths produce the famous holy ring called Payyanur Pavitra Modiram in Payyanur in Kerala. And the craftsmen belong to both community called Gojaris, also called Ojaris in Adilabad in Telangana, produce the bell metal casting products. It include the idols of deities, bells, dancing figures, and the like. Now, the professional expediency and the hereditary craftsmanship which underlines the theory and practice of the indigenous technology of the Vishwakarma community have not been recognized by political class already mentioned. Now, professionals or engineering institutions in the state of Kerala and also as a country of offering programs of incumbents having from Vishwakarma craft community. The artistry and artifacts of Vishwakarma community are cultural heritage. It necessarily plays a key role in the development of their livelihoods. Cultural heritage is often expressed as either intangible or tangible cultural heritage. cultural heritage is the legacy of the physical artifacts and the attributes and intangible cultural heritage attributes community that is inherited from the past. Traditional source of livelihoods of the various groups of Vishwakarma community are ironworks for the blacksmiths, woodworks and furniture built for the carpenters, the metalworks and metalworks for the bronzesmiths, gold and jewelry works for the goldsmiths. The sculptures are not having any in Kerala. The sculptures are not having any community tag in and are hailing from different communities, including Vishwakarmas. Now, what is the objective of study? The study aims at examining the cultural heritage of Vishwakarma craftsmanship and their economic achievements for creative livelihoods of the hereditary craft community of creative livelihoods. We study about the Vishwakarma artisans in the state of Kerala. It analyzes the role of intangible cultural heritage of the traditional craftsmanship of the hereditary artisans of Vishwakarma community. It further examines the historical importance and contemporary relevance of the underlying need for making the traditional artifacts, artistry and artifacts of the Vishwakarma community in Kerala in fostering creative industries and sustainable development perspective. It unravels the underscoring the opportunities for generating jobs in creative sectors, wherein Vishwakarma community plays a significant role. The study scripts how reinventing the creative economy for sustainable development is under the Indian state of Kerala, with the case analysis of the Vishwakarma heritage, with the case analysis of the Vishwakarma heritage village. So I am making the study by case analysis. I took 8 case studies, among which Vishwakarma heritage village Kunyimangalam, the Payanur divine finger rings in Kannur district, the goldsmith lineage of Aramula in Pathanamthitta district, the carpentry family producing the divine bow for Onavil in Malayalam in Karamanath, Thiruvananthapuram, and the Adakaputur metal mirror craft in Palakkad and metal smithy in Manar village. These are my case studies. Then now the case analysis. I am studying the case analysis of this 8 Vishwakarma craftsmanship. Then the creative marvels and the technological progressions of ancient science structured in indigenous craftsmanship of the Vishwakarma is their age-old cultural heritage. The Vishwakarma artisans comprises in Kerala. Ironsmiths are called Kollan, carpenters are called Ashari, braziers are called Musari, the goldsmiths are called Pattan, and the silpates are, the idol makings are by silpates. The study mainly focuses on the unique creative characteristics of workmanship of the metalsmiths and carpentry. We identify the select master craftsmen among the coppersmiths, ironsmiths, carving artisans, goldsmiths, and woodworkers, and metal mirror workers. Now the case analysis. I am not giving the details because of the time. Now, metals play a prominent role in human existence. The civilizational cultures of mankind have a history of experimentation and exploration using the alloys such as brass and bronze, precious metals, gold and silver, and more recently, iron and steel. They become the parts and parcel of the human cultures all over the world. Metal casting is a time-tested process. Now, the earlier presenters, that is Dr. Uday Kumar and Diya Mukherjee, has made a clear picture about that process. So I am not giving you much. Then ancient Sanskrit texts such as Shilpa Shastra, Yandra Sarvaswa, Shilparatna, and Mansara mentions about metal casting. The earliest evidence of casting was found in the Indus excavations such as dancing girl, cast ornaments, figurines, and items of copper, gold, and lead, as well as kilns for smelting copper ingots and casting tools, as described in Arthashastra nearly about 5000 BC. The state of Kerala, which is popularly known as God's own country in the lexicon of global tourism, a place where we could find one of the oldest artistry of metal casting, and that casting process are done by the Muchari community of bronze smiths. So it is what is called bell metal casting, and it is a delicate task. And I'm not giving you much about that because the earlier presenters made it. Then metal cast I have done. Then Armula metal mirror, the marvelous creation of Vishwakarma artists. The exquisite Armula metal mirror of Armula Kannadi is a special type of metal mirror produced only in Armula, a small village in Pathanamthitta district in the state of Kerala, and made a general understanding with the methodology of giving them, discussing them with their expertise. Then large number of processing as examined, and the third case is about the metal mirror craft of the alternative technique of the Adakapukur artistry. And there is only one single man, Mr. M.P. Krishna Kumar, in Adakaputur in Palakkad district, have been innovating the metal craft technique for mirror making for the 4 years, along with his father, on the lines of Aramula metal mirror. So this is an alternative to Aramula metal mirror. Then the fourth case is about the Payyanur Pavitra Modira, that is the divine ring of Payyanur, which has been produced by the 33 goldsmiths family called Chovattu Valappil family in Payyanur. And there is only one family which is producing this gold ring. Now, regarding the craftsmanship, I am explaining that. And the case number 5 is Armula Palliyodam, the snake boats of craft. The Armula Uttratadi Vallamkali or snake boat race is one of the early years' biggest festivals in the village of Armula, and one of the oldest traditional races in Kerala. It is linked to the Parthasarathi temple and takes place every year on Uttratadi day in the month of Chingam of Malayalam calendar, that is in August and September, 4 days after Tiruvan. Kundan Vallam, or beaked boat known to the outside world as Kerala snake boats, are one of the Kerala culture used in Vallamkali. Then snake boats, I am explaining more. Then Palliyodams. Then the case study of 6 is the creative business of metal craft of Mannar. Mannar in Alappuzha district in Kerala is a traditional commercial center for the well metal craft products. The craft people of which belong to the Mushari section of the Vishwakarma community in Kerala. Then the making of metalwares, I am explaining raw materials, the tools, etc., the hammer, fills, etc., etc. Then the process I have been explaining much, and the products, the lamps, bells, kitchen utensils, nozzle, and the like. These are the products. Then there is an artisan. I met artisan Rajan Achari. Then the case study of case number 7, Vonavillu, the artistic splendor of the divine bow. The Vonavillu, the ceremonial bow, is a glorious specimen of artistic splendor created by Vishwakarma, which is being traditionally carried out carried forward in a disciplined way for ceremoniously prepared by the descendants of Mayan, the artistic successor of Vishwakarma. These divine bows depict the Lord Mahavishnu's Veera Shayana and other of his incarnations. For generations after generation, this bow was prepared by a particular family called the Vilayil Veedu family in Karamana in Thiruvananthapuram district. Then in the last, the wood crafts of Thiruvanam. Thiruvanam is a gifted village in Thrissur district where the gifted artists who are leading their livelihoods by hereditary craftsmanship, artistry. They are hailing from 23 families of Ashari or carpentry subgroups from Vishwakarma community whose ancestors came from Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu, for building Thiruvanam temple some 300 years back. Now I conclude. Now, Vishwakarma tools for creative livelihoods are called furnaces and crucibles. Artistry and craftsmanship form the cultural foundations of a creative economy. Creative economy assumes prominence in the contemporary era of globalization as creative industries, as developing new ventures of economic achievements. Creative crafts helped pave the way for sustainable livelihoods for the artisans. And they laid the Vishwakarma craftsmen laid the civilization foundation of the creative economy, Indian culture of ethics and morals. We may call this as Vishwakarma economy. With a non-violent workmanship, Vishwakarma economy of creativity, which aims at enhancing sustainable livelihoods for the artisanal participants. Vishwakarma craftsmen fosters the economy of creativity with the little provisioning of institutional engagements in. Now, I am concluding. Vishwakarma economy of creativity, which is necessarily a non-violent economy with the working principle of a ahimsa paramo dharma. Non-violence is the righteous mean. Be promoted for achieving sustainable development goals by ensuring creative livelihoods for the traditional artisans and craftsmen. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Raghavan ji.